If you're having difficulty logging into your parent PowerSchool account or are unsure of your username or password, there are several ways that you can get assistance. So begin by trying to log into your PowerSchoolParent account. You can do that by going to ottumwa.powerschool.com/public and type in the username and password that you think is associated with your account. The first step would be to click on the Forgot Username or Password link toward the bottom of the screen and type in your username and the email address that you believe is associated with your account and click Enter. If the email address that you provide is the correct one associated with your account, you will receive an email with instructions to reset your password. So sign into your email. And if your email address was correct, you should receive an email from PowerSchool with a link to reset your password. If you don't receive this email, check your junk mail folder. If you were unable to receive an email to reset your password on your own, another thing that you could do is contact the Ottumwa Schools Help account at PSE Registration at ottumwaschools.com. Just send an email with PowerSchool as part of the subject and include your child's student number or first and last name. If you choose to submit an email to PSE Registration at ottumwaschools.com, please allow up to 24 hours for a response. Another way would be to submit an e-support ticket through Ottumwa Schools. To do that, go to esupport.ottumwaschools.com and click on New Support Ticket. Just put in your information. We'll need email and requester type, which would be student. And please include PowerSchool in the subject line. Choose the building that your child is associated with and concisely explain your issue. Click Submit. You should receive a response in your email verifying that that ticket was submitted. Ottumwa Community Schools uses the form feature in your PowerSchool Parent portal to allow you to add or update your students' important information. To access these forms, you simply click on the Forms icon in the left navigation bar of your account. You can use this link to access any forms that the district has shared with you. To begin, log into your PowerSchool Parent account. You can do this using a desktop, laptop, tablet, or phone. If you're using a phone or tablet, you'll want to log in using your web browser because forms are not available in the mobile app. Forms are tied to each child's record and can be accessed from the Forms link in the left navigation column. If you're using your phone, you may need to click on the Applications link on the top right of your screen. This will open up your app options, and you can simply click on the Forms link to get started. From here, you can see all the forms that the school has made available to you. As you complete forms, the status bar for that category will change from red to green, and the leaves on the left will indicate whether or not a form is empty, which means that it has not been updated and submitted, or submitted, like this form has been. When you first log into Forms, you're going to be prompted to set your parent preferences. Some forms will show as pending after you submit them until they are approved by school personnel. To receive notifications on these forms, click Yes and include an appropriate email address. You can also select your language preference here. Click Save when done. To open a specific form, just click on the name of the form in the Forms list. Above the form is the form ribbon, and this allows you to move between forms. Or to use the arrows to access additional forms. The rest of the page is the form itself. You'll notice that any field with a red asterisk is a required field and must be completed before you can submit your form. The Submit button is on the bottom right of the screen. Some forms may be available to submit for all students in your family one time, like this Student Contacts form. If the feature is available on a form, you'll see all students associated with your account listed on the bottom left of your screen. Just check the students that you'd like to copy the information to and simply click Submit. Some forms will not have this feature, and that means that those forms are designed to be submitted separately for each student. Next to the Submit button is an arrow that will allow you to submit your form and jump to another form. You also have the option to move between forms simply by clicking on the tab in the Forms ribbon. Some forms will have a Save feature. This means that if you don't want to send the form to the school district yet, but you don't want to re-enter information already filled out, you can use the Save feature. For forms that have the Save feature available, you'll find the green Save for Later button at the bottom left of the screen. Saved forms are saved locally on your computer. You can access the saved entry from the same user on the same browser. You will not be able to access the saved data from another device. A form with a saved entry will appear empty in the form listing. If you have questions about using forms, you can submit a request for assistance to PSE Registration at ottumwaschools.com or simply contact the secretary at your child's school building. Thank you for using PowerSchool Forms. Documents may be submitted to your child's school using the Document Attachment feature. This is available on different forms throughout online registration. To add a document, press the Add Document button. When the dialog box opens, use the Browse button to find the desired file on your device, and then click Upload. Any documents you upload may be viewed by you and the school officials they are shared with. The documents are accessible from the form to which they were attached. Just click on the name of the document to view. You may delete a document by clicking the trash icon. to the right of the file and then pressing OK. Making sure the contacts associated with your child are up to date is very important. The information that you provide will determine who and how teachers, administration, and school leaders will contact you in matters regarding your child. Reviewing and updating your contacts for each student associated with your account is more important than ever before. Over the last few months, PowerSchool instituted a change in the contact structure, which may have resulted in changes to the way mother, father, and emergency contacts are listed for your child. Let's go through the process of adding contacts and updating contact information to ensure that your child is protected by sharing the most current and accurate information with the school district. So let's log into the student contacts form. And you can see here are the contacts as listed currently for your child. The first two contacts listed will be considered priority 1 and 2. These will be the primary people to receive contacts from your child's school. Access to or information about online learning applications that your child may be using, and important messages from the district, such as delay and cancellation notices due to weather. You can delete any contact simply by clicking the X to the far right. You can also click the pencil icon to edit any contact. From here, you can change or add the relationship of the contact to your student. You can add or edit addresses, phone numbers, and email addresses. On the bottom left, you'll want to be sure that you set any permissions associated with that contact to your student. If the child lives with you, make sure that you check this box. If the contact is an emergency contact for your child, make sure you check this box. You can also indicate who has custody, who's allowed to pick your child up from school, and who wants to receive any kind of mailings from the school. If you have more than one student in your PowerSchool account, you can copy these changes by simply clicking the checkbox next to the student's name, and then just click Save. If you need help adjusting the priority of your contacts, please contact the secretary at your child's school, and she'll be happy to help you.